게임은 재밌으면 된다니까?
불멸의 전사 2.
That was like a very weird attack that he went for.
Well, let's see if Stats can play a better game in game number 2. Right now, Zest looking pretty sick, guys. The map will be literally at Crest. And it is, again, guys, a best of 5. Tell your friends to join us here on this very special occasion, the CrossFinal here at Africa TV. I did better that time, Arto.
That was
better than
anything. If you being quiet would have been better than last time, man.
Me knocking symbols together could have been better than the first outro we had. In the bottom right, in the blue, he is
Ro.4 Zest.
And in the bottom left, in the red, our Protoss player, teammate of Zest.
All right.
Teammate of Zest2. The Gosu Templar.
Oh my. Well,
and his DT friend, Zarataste. The based Templar.
What do you think about Zest? Oh, Zest.
Zest to Zest?
Zest oh, Zest. Like no. SOS, but Zest oh, Zest.
Oh, Zest. I think you're talking about with a Zest instead of Zestatool.
No.
Zest oh, Zest.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. I'm just checking. Well.
What would your Templar name be, Artosis?
Artosis.
Yeah, I guess that just is what it would be.
Yeah.
The High Templar.
Yeah.
You're not a Dark Templar.
No.
You can't actually fight unless you have magic.
You're not even really a Dark Templar. You're actually like a sentry that doesn't have force field. You got your wires crossed or something.
I'm actually a DT that can't cloak.
You just
really unfortunate.
You just have
I just
hallucinations.
Like, listen, you can't the cape on unless you're invisible. Okay, there's nothing cool about it. Like my cape's like all torn and stuff. It's got holes in the bottom from many a battle.
Oh my. All right.
We do not even change our capes, we Protoss. We do not even wash our clothes.
Well, we don't really know that they have bad body odor, right? They just take in sunlight, so why would they have to smell bad?
Yeah, that's right. Protoss are basically plants, right? They actually absorb sunlight.
So, as far as I can tell.
Although I think my Hellion should do more damage to them if that's true, but whatever.
Yeah, maybe you're right about that. Please buff D-Kim.
D-Kim.
Sick of calling him David Kim. It's been too many years. D-Kim.
Yeah, D-Kim. My boy D-Kim.
Yeah.
He's on it.
Call him DK. Screw Donkey Kong, man. It's all about
David Kim. That's right. That's our DK.
Look at this. The Adepts find this pylon out here. Definitely could be some heavy stalker pressure coming out of Zest on Lilac Crest because it's flat. You know, just going lots of stalkers and out-microing your opponent, especially if you have more stalkers, can be a very powerful move. Look at this. He's kind of like forced this early pylon and probably will force an overcharge on it.
Yeah, I think he has to, which is annoying.
All right, just brings us 2 down. Doesn't do it too quickly. We do have Blink, or not Blink, but we have a Templar Archives on the way. I think it's going to be for Blink, but I guess he could go for DT tech.
It's definitely a possibility. If he does get in there. All right, let's see. The Adepts are being driven out right now. 4 stalkers here at the entrance. Let's see if he's ready in time. Just peeking in for now. I can't make the Dark Shrine if he was planning on doing that just yet. Not until these Adepts are gone.
Yeah, he already has that Templar Archives. Okay, he is going for Blink, and okay, this is very interesting.
Will he cancel though?
No, so I think it was.
I'm like, what if he makes a Stargate right now? It's like, well, Tasis, that would just be bad. So.
Yeah, that would be pretty trash build, but going Blink and making a Nexus behind this as well. So his Nexus is way later.
That's right.
He's getting Blink. I don't like this anymore. Like, when it was just going to be Blink, I'm like, okay, this is going to be at least interesting, right? He's going to do 1 base all in. But with what we see here, yes, he will have Blink way in advance of his opponent, but Stat going to sit on high. He already has his Robo out, and his Nexus is way faster.
Yeah, it seems like he's setting up for late game better.
Yeah, he's going to have way more probes. He's going to have a way better economy, way better tech. I mean, I don't know how Zest is supposed to pull anything out of this. Look at this. He's making 2 sentries now. He's just like, okay, I agree to be behind in every way but have Blink.
Man, Toast, you are the greatest caster.
Thanks.
Artos is the High Templar.
There you have it.
I think if you were a Protoss, you'd actually just fly a Corsair. You'd be like that hero that flies a Corsair. You remember,
yeah,
you remember there was a hero in the StarCraft 1 map editor? It was like Mobo the Scout.
Yes,
and,
Mobo the Scout.
And we said that would be G5.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, man, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And there's also a hero Overlord in the map editor.
There's a hero Zergling called the Devouring One.
Really?
Yeah. And the hero Overlord is called Yggdrasil. All right, so we do have a little attack here from Stats before
Little
Blink is done.
Dare I say it's kind of big.
Well, he's running away now, so not big enough, I guess.
It's a medium-sized attack. We'll compromise.
It's not the amount of your stalkers, it's you blink them.
DT's coming up now. Okay, so he's going to do Blink DT Harass.
Okay, so...
I mean, you know, I don't know if it's going to actually kill Stats, but he might be able to just snipe the Immortal at the entrance. We'll see.
You know, kind of like what we saw last game, but look, he's scouting it right away here. Now, this is something that, I don't know, it's kind of weird that... It's not that this is bad, like, you can just go DT in this matchup, and in fact, you can do it against Terran as well, where like you just have it as a tech structure and it kind of works, but he's canceled it now. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I think it's better. I don't think Stats is going to follow this, especially if they practice together as teammates.
All right, here we go. He does have that Blink upgrade done. He has a strong amount of Stalkers. Can he actually get anything done, though, is the question. Uses his Blink to get over here, attacking into this third base. He looks like he wants to Blink in the main, but is that... Ooh, well...
No, that's a problem.
Yeah. See, with the robot so quickly, it feels like Stats just has enough to eventually push this back, but we'll see what he can get done. Kind of a nice Blink down here, really abusing this terrain.
I like that he's going for the pylons and not necessarily the Nexus, because he can guarantee to get kills on that. Is he going to try to force with...
Oh, that was cool.
Zest is the best around. Zest is never going to let you down.
No, I guess he's not. This was a great move with the force fields. Absolutely love it. Like, Zest kind of made this work, but it's not like he won the game off this. He doesn't have a third. If he did have a third, this would be something else where he gets ahead.
I'm like fanboy hard. I'm like, it's over, Artosis. Why is he still in the game?
Well, you know, he's getting charged in Immortals, so... Ooh. I actually think that Stats is still at an advantage here. Like, Zest made this work better than I thought he would.
Yeah, but no, pretty crafty because what's really cool about the fact that he did the cancel is that you think there are DTs inside the Warp Prism. And, you know, you don't expect the double sentry.
That's true.
And then the double sentries come in there and totally catch the Protoss off guard.
Yeah,
and actually lock you out of that Nexus, which is so cool.
Yeah, certainly. That was really good. A very tactical play here from Zest. But all right, he has a bunch of gateways done. He is going to be able to start to really kind of macro up his gateway units. But it's tasteless. He's too funny, guys. He tickles me.
Sorry, Artosis, go ahead.
I don't even know
what were you saying, Artosis? You lost your focus? I don't know what's going on.
Well,
sorry, I was messing with Artosis.
Look,
that was for you alone, Artosis.
Yeah, thanks.
We were saying we got a push coming up here.
This is what's scary, right? Because there's a lot of Blink Stalkers. His charge is going to be finishing, which is really nice, but we will have Archons up for Stats. So overall, you look at these army compositions, and you have to favor Stats by a little bit.
He's got more muscle. There might be more finesse here. Actually, this gateway setup is kind of bad for
it seems like an anti-charge lock comp, or an anti-charge lock setup, but the Immortals really, really punish this.
Yeah, they really do.
You can't really even attack down there because the Archons were quicker, but Zest is going to get some Archons here.
Well, he's actually going to start shaving off gateways. It's better than him losing the expansion. And you can see Zest is kind of at a loss in what to do. He's kind of hit an impasse at this point.
He needs to like add some gateways in his main too. Like he can't just lose production here. He might eventually be able to break through here. We'll
great
see.
Micro there.
Yeah,
great
good
micro
force field actually going down there. His Archon's not really getting any damage off Stats, that is. They're like kind of behind, but the Immortal's definitely doing some damage here to those Stalkers of Zest.
Nice spreading though here by Zest. We got this Archon down here that was taken out when the Zest was one Archon. Still two more in the front. And I think, he just has to retract the army now.
Yeah, it's pretty close at the moment. We do have Stats about to have his +2 attack up, which is going to be a really big deal, of course. Zest looks like he's just going for the +1 armor at the moment. I believe he just has +1 attack right now. So another difference coming up here. Zest trying to keep a nice spread here to hold on. These Immortals, though, pretty scary.
Yeah, they are. Oh, he actually might be out of position. I think this is going to allow Stats to breach this.
Yeah, it does charge into that Archon. The probe's actually coming up as well. Archon getting blown up right away here. Good blink Stalker micro here by Zest. Will that be enough, though? I don't think so.
No War Prism over here to micro this properly. He can't keep the Immortals alive. That's it. GG.
All right, well, the counterattack does end up winning, and this is kind of what I was talking about when he went for Blink into Nexus, where it's like, okay, I don't know what you're going to get done here because Stats has his Robo so quickly, his economy's so much bigger, he's just going to have an advantage here against you, and we saw that Zest actually made it work surprisingly well, killing the third base, trying to get some harassment off, but the counterattack of Stats was exactly what he needed there. He had this little window where his Robotech really, really paid off.
Well, that was very well handled there by Stats. I got to say, I do like that attack we saw from Zest earlier where he locked him out of that base, but he did not seem to be prepared to actually deal with any head-on fight. You know, and that's one thing about these guys that get enough Immortals out early on.
Yeah.